Anime and manga has been on a crazy rise lately, as you may know, with clips and hype moments coming seemingly every week. Anime memes becoming more and more popular and mainstream due to it being more socially acceptable with this new generation of media. Anime and manga seem to be at its peak. Not. I believe it's probably on the downslope right now. I'm not saying it's like falling off. I'm just saying it's like ups and flows, and it happens to be on a flow, right? And I know, bored. How can you say that? With Shangri-La looking amazing in season 2, Dawn to Dawn Dawn and Kaiju 8 just finished its premiere season looking fantastic. JJK, Demon Slayer, Fire Force, and Go-Go Loser Ranger season 2 coming out this year. I know I had to see that last one in there. Go check that out. Go-Go Loser Ranger is fantastic. You must be one of those people who feel the need to go against the norm just to be a cool guy. Well, I'm not. But if I was though, so fuck you. I'm not though. I'm actually an avid believer in see my friends jump and jump with them type person. And I should probably rephrase that and not saying manga, anime and manga, just manga and more specifically Shonen Jump is on one of those flows right now. Shonen Jump has been the perpetual anime kingmaker, if you will. I mean, in the olden days of the early 2000s, if your anime wasn't based off a Shonen Jump series, it was gonna flop. Like the top of that time were Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, a little later on Full Metal Alchemist. All were Shonen Jump products. And if you want one of those, you weren't gonna be a mainstream staple. Even back then, it had some type of mainstream appeal, but only if it was a Shonen Jump. And more recently, Shonen Jump has released hits like JJK, My Hero, Attack on Titan, Fire Force, Demon Slayer. But all the anime I've named all have one thing in common. They're all over. And side note, I know 2 of the anime I listed aren't technically finished yet, with One Piece, who I've accepted wants to go forever, and the second one is Naruto. Kishimoto, we've been waiting for like 10 years now. Can you stop with this filler arc of Kaguya and Boruto? Can we get back to the Madara Naruto Sasuke fight? I'm kind of waiting on the series to be concluded before I drop dead. But back to the topic. Leaving a big hole in Shonen Jump's catalog. I know manga like Kaiju 8, Dawn to Dawn Dawn, and Shangri-La. I know Shangri-La is not a part of Shonen Jump, but I'm going to group it into the manga sphere. I know and manga like that are there to fill some of the holes, but frankly, they just aren't as good as that last generation or the original Big 4 generation in DBZ, One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. I first started to realize the slope when my favorite newer manga ended in JJK, and I started to check out some of the newer stuff that Jump is producing and pushing out. Manga like Ichi the Witch, Ran Dragon, and Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi.
Boo! You stink!
Needless to say, I decided to go in a different direction. And that's when I found the glorious world of manga, or I like to call it webtoons. I know webtoons is just like one company that produces manga, but webtoons is easier to say. But I will be saying manga for the video. Just to be accurate, not to confuse nobody. And if you don't know what manga is, to keep it short, it's like colored manga that's typically made in Korea. And with manga, I was exposed to a bunch of great series that I couldn't put down. It's like when Zoro killed his first African American. I just can't stop. And that's when I realized this manga is probably like it has potential to be like the new wave of anime and restoring and making it great again. With numerous high-quality series just waiting to be adapted like Lazy Lord, The Ascending Genius Swordsman, and Revenge of Bakersfield's Bloodhound, to name a few series that could easily rise to the top of the anime list if given a good adaptation. And with series like Tower of God, Solo Leveling, and God of High School recently debuting, laying the groundwork, especially with Solo Leveling being one of the best anime out right now, is laying the groundwork for manga to be as successful as manga in the mainstream, and it undoubtedly will lead manga taking over as the anime kingmaker. And the success of Solo is already paying dividends, with the beginning after the end anime set to debut in April, and which I truly believe if anime is done right, it could be a contention for anime of the year, even with Solo Leveling season 2 coming out, Fire Force season 3 coming out this year. And if it is done right, could have easily have been anime of the year last year, even against the industry plant Don. If done right, I gotta keep preferencing that because unfortunately with the small catalog of manga anime adaptations, there's already been an anime company to mess up an adaptation in God of High School who easily had the potential to rival DBZ in popularity. And that's no exaggeration, but due to the poor studio animation and pacing, it would probably even be a long time before we get a season 2. But despite that setback, great adaptations like Solo and Tower of God have given me hope that the beginning after the end can be brought to life successfully. And with Shonen Jump slowly falling off in the amount of quality series it has and their over-reliance on the 20-year-old giants who can't possibly have too much longer left in the tank, probably. But Shonen Jump is never going to completely fall off, but the beginning after the end could be the final piece in establishing another avenue for good action anime without being monopolized by one company, which could only help motivating Shonen Jump to finding and promoting better manga series and giving anime adapters a whole new market of content to adapt to if they don't get their stuff together, or even if they do. It never hurts to have too many good anime out there instead of just doing trash anime and manga adaptations because you only have one source of content to draw on. And I really hope that manga takes off, not just with the series coming out, but it continues to get more and more adaptations with the series I didn't name. I really hope they do. But other series I didn't name, hopefully they get their shine as well. And slowly I can foresee the pendulum of people not really being interested in manga to being really interested in manga, similar to how people weren't originally interested into manga, then it slowly starts to rise. I believe manga could be on a similar trajectory in the upcoming years. But other than that, if you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment on what you think the best manga out is right now if you do read it. And if not, have a blessed one.